What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys are here. Myself, we got Big Walt, Brother John, and we got a special guest, pun intended, head coach of Montbird Academy, Coach Special Jennings. Coach, we happy to have you back. How's everything been going since the last time we talked to you? Fill us in, Coach.
Yeah, happy to be back. Thank you guys for having me on. Things have been, upstream, uphill, just trying to get ready for the season. I think the
Right.
first time we chatted, we weren't in season yet, or we just, the ladies were just getting here, getting acclimated and things like that. New team. So we're just, it's an uphill battle, but we are chipping away.
Hey,
Go ahead, Brother Walt. What you got?
hey, that's what's up. That's good to hear. Now I know that you guys just had your first preseason game. I think that was you said yesterday or 2 days ago. Now I
Wednesday.
seen
Uh-huh.
that Wednesday. Okay, so yeah, I seen that you guys whooped their ass. Excuse my language. It was I think it was like 62-47 or something like that. So with you guys starting off the preseason like that, are you expecting the same come with this upcoming game on Tuesday on November 15th against Mainland?
You know what? I never know the end results, man. They always take care of themselves. We just show up, play hard, do the things that we're supposed to do, and whether we win by 2 or 20, every win's not going to look the same. Every win won't be pretty, but a win is a win. They're hard to come by, so we take them as they come.
I respect that answer for sure.
Go ahead, John.
Well, I just want to be honest with you. I'm very grateful for what you have done for the show so far. I know we are not at that stage yet where I'm gonna be honest with you, we're not at the stage yet where we can help you, but you helped us, and to this day still the most watched live show we have
Absolutely.
to this date was with you. So I'm very thankful for that. Appreciative you come back on,
Nice.
and much appreciated. Um, you
Very
had
grateful.
six of these girls now get I saw a signing day or something. 6 year girls going to big some of the biggest name schools. I guess if you could, it's
Yeah.
a two-part question, but real quick, if you could just speak to like what that means to you and just how big of a moment that was for you.
It really don't mean, it means a lot to me for them just to go to school. Whether it's big names that you all didn't heard of or just any school. I think I have a great group of young ladies that work hard. They do their due diligence in practice. They've done the work, up until this point, and they're very deserving of the opportunities that's been presented. So yeah, it just makes me happy as a coach that to be able to see all their hard work pay off. I know that's pretty much a cliche of what people say, but it's a true testament to those words. And I think every kid that did sign, fortunately, I don't know another girls' high school team that had six young ladies sign Power Five scholarships. So it's a unique situation. And again, my young ladies did the work. I didn't get them the scholarship. They got it themselves, and I'm just happy for them.
And so that was the second part of my question is like, uh, how because there's a lot of work put into coaching itself, but how much work is it just to you
Yeah.
know help these girls, make sure your kids like get scouted and make sure that they make the connections and that how involved. I know you can't like I don't know what you can say about all that, but how
Yeah.
much are you involved in all that side of it too?
I mean, the involvement is simple. You put your team on a platform, and so the reason being with connecting and trying to reach out and be a part of different groups, it helps because that notoriety. You get people that come in and that's interested and invested. But the biggest thing I tell people, when you have a good product, it sells itself. You don't have to do too much selling. Here at Montverde Academy, my goal as the head coach is to was to start off building a program and get it running, like a well-oiled machine. And it's so far it's done that. And like I said, the product is the product, and people want this product.
That's fair
So,
enough.
Coach, let me ask you this: being in the spotlight, um,
Uh-huh.
how has things changed for you as far as you got the TV show, you're in magazines, you're coaching, helping coach the U.S.
Yeah.
basketball. How's life changed for you?
I don't think life has so much changed for me. I mean, I've always pretty much been in the spotlight. I played at Xavier. We were top three in the country, NCAA tournament every year. I played professional basketball. So I think that I generated a name for myself as a player. And then kind of just making my mark in the coaching world of, having success at the colleges that I was able to coach at. So, I'm just grateful for all the opportunity that's coming. I humbly, and respectfully say that
Mhm,
these aren't things that happen by accident. I've done the
mhm,
work. My resume is what it is, and so I just take the opportunity as they come. But very, in my opinion, deserving of them. When you lay out foundation and you set yourself up to be successful, and you align yourself with the right people, and you get amongst the right groups, things work out. And I'm just happy to be the captain of this ship, and hopefully we continue to sail in the right direction.
yeah,
That's
I,
fire. That's
I agree.
fire. And I
Totally.
just kind of just feeding off of what Nico was saying about the USA basketball. Now, how was that experience? Being around all those different type of head
Uh-huh.
coaches. Like, did they like give you like kind of like it some advice, I should say, as going on? Or I don't know how much you could say about that as well, but just how was it being around?
Yeah,
All
I think it's unique. Anytime that you get to get amongst the elite, and pick their brains a little bit, or kind of watch them in their element and see what they do, and kind of figure out what works or what you can kind of steal. It's great. Being I got to be a part of USA basketball, and amongst the likes of Stan Van Gundy and Jay Billis and Kevin Eastman, and Larry
Mm,
Brown, and a bunch of different people. And so it means a lot. It just shows that people respect the work that I'm doing, and that, again, that the hard work and the foundation that I've laid is paying off.
now, do you feel like that's like a big responsibility now that you got like that USA on your chest for real, like, or you just feel like it's just another day, another day?
No, man. Look, I don't owe. You know what? USA Basketball owes me nothing, and vice versa. And so, my responsibility is to be the head coach at Montverde Academy, and all the
That's
outside things that come is, yeah. That's the extra. That's the bonus. So my focus is Montverde, and I don't really get into the other things. Those things are, like I said, it's just a testament of the work that's being done, and I'm happy that my kids get to see that when you do work hard and you stay the course and you trust the process, that great things can happen for you. And so, yeah, where being represented and represent USA is great and all, but I get a thrill out of representing Montverde Academy.
Now I know you said that your focus was Montverde, and your
Yeah,
loyalties are there, and then taking back to what we last talked about, your a lot of your players getting scouted and all that, going to big colleges. Are the colleges knocking
absolutely.
on your door? Are they coming to you? And if you want to expound on that, and how hard is it to
Yeah. I
say
mean,
no
colleges are,
and
yeah.
with that?
It's not very hard to say no. Like I said, when you put yourself in position, I'm at a place. My Bird Academy is not an ordinary high school, and so it'd be
mm,
different if I said I work at a place where I don't like my job, or I don't have the administrative support, or um, the financial budget and those type of things. But here at my Bird Academy, I'm surrounded by all those things. The support is there. Everything we need to thrive and be successful is there, and so college coaches call and things like that, but I'm not looking, my feet are where they are, and I'm just trying to be great in the lane that I'm in, and I can't predict the future, but just speaking, right now, um, I'm happy here. I'm doing, my purpose is here. My steps are ordained, and so wherever, whatever that path is, I walk it. But and until that time comes, I'll be at Montverde Academy.
And you're not gonna tell us which ones you said no to. Not gonna give us that. No, I'm messing with
No, man. Look, I just like I said, I like to, I'm not going to predict the future, and I'm not going to speak to those things, but I'm at Montverde Academy right now, so this is where I'm at.
So, so, coach, let me ask you this: when you went to the
Uh-huh.
USA basketball and everything, were you taken back by anybody that knew you right away? Like, hey, you special. pun intended.
Yeah, yeah. That's unique. When you walk into a gym and people kind of know who you are and things like that, that's cool. I like it. I enjoy it. Sometimes it's overwhelming because,
Mhm.
every person feels like they're owed a conversation, and every person feels like, they don't understand that, your time. A lot of people on the outside don't value your time. And
Right.
so it's different. It's great, to be able to walk in and people say, hey, Special Jennings, that's but I'm human like everybody else. This thing is I've done basketball for a very long time, and like I said, the spotlight has always been there. So it's like a normal thing for me. And I like to feel, normal, man. I don't put myself on a pedestal. Most people on the outside do that. So I'm just as normal as they come.
I like
That's
that. I
good.
like
No, okay. I got a question about this video that you posted of this young lady just dunking with ease, though. Can you please tell me what this young lady's name is? I'm just, and do you just think,
Yeah,
like, do you
man.
it's
Letty.
like becoming a norm though for ladies now? Because you're starting to see more videos of women dunking now compared to the past where it really wasn't a lot of
Yeah,
females dunking. But do you just think that's
yeah. I
becoming a
mean, I
norm?
think that with opportunity comes action and success. I think that back then there was not much visibility or opportunity for women, and so yeah, so it was a little harder. But I think yeah, now I have kids. I have three kids, respectfully, that can probably dunk the ball, and the kid that you did see on that video was Letty Vasconcelos. She's from Brazil. She's six
Okay.
seven. And what a lot of people don't know about her is that she had an ACL injury where she sat out for a year and a half, and so just to see her be able to fight back and do those things and just be comfortable enough to vertically jump. She's in some of the best shape of her life right now, and I'm ecstatic to see the things that she's gonna do this year. Hopefully she can catch one in the game, but right now we're
that.
happy with what she's doing in practice.
That's fire, and that's tremendous that she's able to come back from that ACL injury like that and just still be able to have that
Absolutely,
explosiveness too. So that's dope. That's dope.
I'm gonna ask again at the end
absolutely.
of the show too, but I want to ask real quick so we can get it out now and then later again. What is the best way for
Okay.
people to follow the journey of your team and maybe you if you'd like? Is it Instagram, Twitter? Is there a website? Like what's the best way for people to follow?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Um, our school website is www.mvasports.com. Our girls program can be followed on Twitter and Instagram at MVAGBB. And we post a lot of different things. My personal Twitter is at Special Jennings. I do more, most of my things on there. So you can definitely follow us and, any of those tags.
Okay.
All
So,
right. Go ahead, Nico.
coach, I gotta. It's a long term question, but when it's all said and done, you know,
Okay.
when you hang it up, like, hey, all right, I'm done coaching. What is the legacy you want to leave behind?
Man, when I'm done coaching, wow, I think I got a lot of gas still left in the tank. But if I can
Oh,
predict
100%,
what I would
100%.
want my legacy to be, yeah, man. If I can predict what I want my legacy to be, it'd be that that I've graduated every kid, every senior that's come through Montford Academy, and that we invest in trying to get scholarships, and these kids get scholarships, and that Coach Special is invited to weddings and birthday celebrations and births of kids and job interviews. I'm writing letter of recommendations, those things, which shows that I have a relationship or a rapport with my kids outside of basketball. And that's something
Mhm.
that's very important to me as a coach, not just wins or losses. I don't think that success should be tied to wins and losses. And obviously, the average eye associates success with that, but I don't. There's a lot of things that play into success, and it's bigger than winning ball games.
Right. I
Respect
agree.
that. All right, now I'm gonna kind of switch gears here. I want to kind of get your
Okay,
opinion on this Brittany Griner situation. Now, just
yeah, man.
recently, I know they just just put out that they are switching her over from I guess some, like how our city jail is to an actual like San Quentin type jail, I
Camp.
should say now. So yeah, so I just want to get your like, do you really feel like that's a little bit too harsh, I should say, for just for the little action that she did to get in there, or to ask the question like that, I should say.
Yeah, man. My opinion is that the whole situation is harsh. Obviously, was she wrong for what she did? Obviously, yes. Their law, that's the law. But here
Mhm.
in the United States, when marijuana is legal in majority of the states and things like that, and it's not like she had an excessive amount or she was trafficking or anything like that. I just think the whole scenario is definitely extreme, and it sucks. She's been a very dominant um, model, on the women's side, and she's a wife. She has children. She's a mother. So it's just very unfortunate what's happening to her.
Yeah, 10 months now. Coming up on 10 months, she's been over there, arrested. She's been over there longer, but
It's
since she's
yeah,
been
it's
arrested,
insane.
10 months. It's wild.
It's
And we
insane.
talked about a lot on the show, man. Like she's one of the, is her team fell apart without her, and but she's one of the few bigs in this league that could threaten Las Vegas. A lot of the bigs are just too slow for Las Vegas, and they ran circles around them. She's a little bit of everything, and so it was a real bummer to see her gone this season. But speaking of other teams, we saw LeBron come out and say that he's done with Dallas. He's no longer a Cowboys fan. He's all in on the Browns. Now I know you're in Florida now. Are your allegiances still with Cleveland, or have you switched some allegiances to some Florida teams?
No, man, I don't jump ship when the boat rock. That's like, yeah, no, I'm loyal. Loyalty means that you
That's
hey,
that's
it's
that's what
win,
Well, you
win,
could have
lose,
some
or
loyalties
draw.
to Florida now. I don't know.
I
Not at all. I
like
don't
Okay,
like
that.
so
and team.
then to back that up,
Not at all.
who are you most excited about in Cleveland right now? What team is it that you're most excited about?
Oh, the Cavs for sure. What they're doing is incredible. We were on a 7 game win streak. We have a young team. Those guys are playing hard. They're selfless, playing for each other. It's just they're fun to watch. They bring a lot of energy to the arena. And it's great for the city of Cleveland. The Browns. I think that obviously the record should be different. We lost a lot of games that we should have won. But all in all, I think that if they can win their next 4 games, they may have a shot.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, but
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna be tough.
It's
But
doable though.
I mean, I
It's
do
it's
like
doable.
how where the Browns are going, but just feeding off of just feeding off of that. The Cavs are playing great. They do play tonight. I think they play the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. So that's gonna be a tough matchup, but I feel like we can definitely pull it out for sure. But just going back up to the Browns, man, it definitely have been a tough year, but I really feel like Cleveland right now, their anticipation is really just like, you got to wait till week
Yeah.
13.
Next year. Next year.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
right? That's kind of how it seems. But like I
There you
said,
go with that book.
start from week
it's
one, bro. Don't
it's
wait till
it's
13.
di-
Just wait till week one
it's
of the
different,
following year.
man. It's different. If you look at it, the games that they lost by, 2 points, 1 point, a field
Yeah.
goal here. We miss field
Yeah.
goals, different things. So their record, right now, I think they're what 4-5 or something like that. They should be, you know,
I think week
seven
three
and
and
three,
five
in my
right now.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
So
it's all good. We got to stay positive like we always do in Cleveland. Look, she had a Cleveland answer. She stays loyal regardless of where she goes, man. I like that. I
yeah.
like that.
Regardless,
I love that.
regardless.
Coach, do what you do. Don't let Walt.
Oh my
He be
God.
just talking. No,
Here we
I'm just playing.
Nah,
But
man, it's in me. It's
but
not
real
it's not
go.
on me. It's in me.
Now, I do got one more question. I did see recently that the WNBA is finally they changed the rule where they're finally going to allow coaches to finally challenge plays now. Now, do you feel like that's kind of like a late doing, or is like kind of at the right time right now? I should say.
And of course, everything is late when it comes to women, man. You know, there's a lot of things that
That's
should be
that's fair enough. That's
that
fair enough.
should have yeah. There's a lot of things that should have been a thing, but was not. And so yeah, obviously they're late, you know. But hopefully, you know, hopefully it works and it helps, which I think it will because there's a lot of games where things have been down to the wire and you know a call was kind of
Absolutely.
questionable and there was no way to go look at it and so this is great.
So, Coach, I got one more question on the Brittany Grinder topic. When it happened,
Yep.
did did you have that conversation with your girls, and what? And if so, could you kind of give us a little insight of, what you told them from a coaching perspective?
Yeah, I mean, just from my perspective, I tell my kids, you know, we talk about decision making all the time. You know, decisions have, you know, rewards and consequences. And, you know, when you make the wrong decision, it comes with a consequence. Now, obviously, you know, I'm very vocal about, I think this is a harsh consequence for Brittany Griner, but at the end of the day, you know, she made a decision. And so, you
Mm,
know, that's pretty much the context of the conversation from me to my kids.
yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Go ahead, John.
Good, John. You got anything else, John?
I'll ask you all day. I want to let you. I do want to let you go. So yeah, I'll keep asking questions all day. You know, um, but so real quick, I guess one more time. Let me ask you. Say a little slower, just for the people. Where's the best way to follow the journey of your team, and then you as well, if you'd like.
Hey, man, look, we're preseason top number 3 in the country. Please follow us, support us. We are at on Twitter, Instagram at MVAGBB. Our school website is www.mvasports.com. And again, I can be followed on Twitter at Special Jennings.
And more time, I want to reiterate. You've been great for this show to the point where we cannot be back for you. But someday, because of people like you and people like you, I hope we can definitely repay you. I enjoy having you on the show.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we gotta get a shirt or something. Man.
I do want to let you go, and I'm thankful for your time.
Yeah, we know that you know a very
Nah,
busy
man, I
woman. Like I
appreciate
said,
y'all.
yeah, we definitely appreciate you. Taking time out your day to do this show. And like I said again, we are very grateful to have you on the show. And like John said, definitely probably the most watched that we've had. So like I said, whenever you have time down the line, I know you're gonna be busy throughout the season. Maybe we can holler at you after the season or something like that. But I would definitely like for you to come back on maybe after the season. Yeah, that way, so you can focus on getting that back to back joint, I should say. We're gonna speak
Man,
that
that's the
into
goal.
existence. We're gonna speak that into existence. But
Speak on it. There you go.
hey, like I said,
Manifestation is real.
that's been the show. That's been
Definitely.
Real Deal Sports. This is your boy Big Watt. My boy Nico Suave down there, looking suave in the mofo. My boy John, hardest working man in show business, and our
We got
very
we got one comment real quick. Is that love an interview? Love the goal
oh
of being
appreciate you, Ollie.
classroom and
Appreciate
become
you
beyond
most definitely.
basketball. So
Definitely,
uh,
definitely, we appreciate that, and that's what the show is about. We want to get people involved and get people to comment. So, like I said, we want y'all to like, share, comment. Please share, and like John say, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're really looking for. And like
Yeah.
I said, we appreciate our special guest, Miss Jennings. Thank you again for joining us tonight. Go ahead and handle your business. I know you got to go prep for something. So go ahead and handle your thing. And like I said, I appreciate you joining us
Oh,
tonight.
yeah,
Thank you.
man. Oh, no problem, y'all. Thank you so much for having me again. Y'all take care.
Thanks,
Most definitely.
Coach.
Hey, y'all, Tyreek's up.